This is the End Zone. Make sure to hit that bell for notifications. Let's get into it. First, we have some key stats for the XFL. Quarterbacks decide the outcomes of these games. Winning teams, 7 yards per attempt, 6% touchdown rate, 2% interception rate. Losing teams, 5.6 yards per attempt, 3% touchdown rate, and a 4.4% interception rate. Also, the home teams dominate in the XFL. Home teams average 23.8 points for, and the away teams average just 14. They are 6-2 overall. Home teams are 6-2 overall this season. Let's go ahead and dive right into our first game. Houston going to Tampa Bay for Tampa Bay's first opening game of the XFL. Now, PJ Walker and Cam Phillips are going to bring the show. 3 touchdowns for Phillips last week. He's got 4 total, 32.5 points per game. This is an offense that's going to be hard to stop. They run that run and shoot with June Jones. Also, let's talk about this defense. The Roughnecks pressure the quarterback 4% of the time, and they have 4 sacks per game. The Vipers, on the other hand, practically have no offense. I know everyone's going to be commenting, oh, they can run the ball, but guess what? Running the ball does not win you games in the XFL right now. Like I said, it's the quarterbacks. There's no correlation between running the ball and winning right now after 2 weeks of football. They need a quarterback who can score a touchdown because right now they have 0. They added S.J. Green, Canadian Football League standout, to help boost this offense. Will he be enough? Honestly, I realize how good this Vipers defense is, but they have to have an offense. I think that this is going to be a blowout, 28-3. Now we're moving on to Dallas and Seattle, 1-1 teams trying to build some separation. Landry Jones is back, but doesn't matter that much because the run game actually helped the Dallas Renegades a lot. But Landry Jones, again, he put up 300 passing yards. That was a big deal in his debut in the XFL. Cut down on the turnovers, but definitely they can use that run game to get out of situations. Use Cameron Artis-Payne, who is also great as a receiver. Donald Purim, best tight end, highest graded tight end according to Pro Football Focus. Both defenses are stout in this game, but Steven Johnson at linebacker is the star for Seattle. He has 3 sacks on the season. We need to see Brandon Silvers, though. He was bad versus the Vipers. No getting around it. Under 50% and under 100 yards. Find Keenan Reynolds. That can be the edge. But I think Landry Jones and this run game are too much. 23-20, Dallas on top. Moving over to DC and LA. DC has a clear edge matchup-wise. LA, bad defense. DC, one of the best offenses. They have a 3-headed monster at wide receiver in DeAndre Tompkins, Rashad Ross, and Eli Rogers. Obviously, you know about Cardell Jones. Anthony Johnson going up against his former team in LA. He is an incredible pass rusher. And LA has Josh Johnson at quarterback. He was a bright spot for this offense. He wasn't great, but he wasn't horrible. And I think, his first game, it's not going to be the greatest. I think that he will play better this week. Nelson Spruce also leads the XFL in wide receiver yards, but I don't think that's enough to get them a win against a powerhouse like DC. Too top heavy for me, 22-14, DC versus LA. And our final game, this is the game of the week as voted by you in the YouTube community, New York and St. Louis. This is St. Louis's opening game, but let's get over to New York. Matt McGloin had an embarrassing game last week. Needless to say, you all saw his interview. You all saw how it went. It was bad. Will they start Marquise Williams? Will they play Marquise Williams? That we do not know. It's kind of up in the air, but Matt McGloin does have something to prove. He really needs to bounce back from that horrible performance and camera performance because, he was on ESPN. He was everywhere. 3 touchdowns allowed, though, on the defensive side of the ball. A.J. Hindy is a ball-hawking safety, and this is an elite defense that I really like. The problem is they're playing St. Louis, and this is their home opener, one of the biggest fan bases in the XFL. A lot of people are going to be at this game. Jordan Ta'amu and Matt Jones are unstoppable in the run game. This game could be a little defensive, or maybe will the Battlehawks break out and really score a lot of points? I think that this is going to be on the low scoring side, 18-13 St. Louis. Let me know what you think down below. What are your picks? Thanks for watching the End Zone. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment so we can move the chains.